In this crypto gaming video, we're going to be discussing the power that blockchain innovation and NFTs have brought to the gaming world and the massive future potential that we see going forward. So we're going to be talking about interoperability, NFTs, and what we've seen from games starting off as just having a little bit of blockchain operability to now being able to create massive opportunity for games in big adventure games, shooters, with things that they can do in terms of data, NFTs, as well as digital ownership and in-game assets. The next significant step in gaming is the role of interoperability. Interoperability showcases the ability of different blockchain games to communicate and interact with each other. This allows the transfer of assets and data between them. And then when it comes to digital assets like NFTs, interoperability allows you to move these in-game assets through NFTs, whether it be in the own gaming ecosystem or to other games and different platforms. Now, this is where we see the ability of different chains to actually now be able to work together, giving a much better experience to the end user, or in this case, the gamer. So for instance, on the Ethereum blockchain, using an ERC-721 token, that standard will allow interoperability between platforms. Now, if you're a game developer, managing company, or working in the gaming industry, this is why interoperability is going to be so important. Interoperability enhances the gaming experience for many reasons. It gives gamers and investors the freedom to move their assets between different games and platforms, increasing the liquidity of NFTs. And then no matter what game the players are using, this creates a larger market for everyone. It also gives developers the chance to expand their horizons, knowing that they're creating assets that can be used across multiple platforms. And even though we're just in the infancy of blockchain gaming and interoperability, we're already starting to see that big network effect coming together with chains like Ronin. And if you've been around any growing sector, when the network effect starts to take place, you know this is where you really need to spend your time and attention. NFT interoperability has just so many benefits. It makes it easier to buy and sell NFTs across different platforms, increasing market liquidity. Users can see and buy more NFTs without needing accounts on multiple platforms, giving your users more options and a better experience and more likelihood to spend money on your game. It also makes it easier for new users to enter the market, and gamers playing on one platform, it makes it a seamless experience for them to start participating on another. Now, not only will it make it easier for different projects collaborating together, but it also helps integrate NFTs with other blockchain apps like DeFi and gaming, making NFTs more useful and valuable. Now, how do NFTs move between games? I think we've got a great case study with what Illuvium are doing. And for those of you who don't know, Illuvium is one of the biggest blockchain games right now. Illuvium is one of the first groundbreaking Web3 games that connects different games and NFTs within its universe using interoperability. The main idea here is the assets you earn or buy within one Illuvium game you can use in their other games. So let's say, for instance, you want to have fun on their open world game called Overworld. Now here you have the chance to capture Illuvials, which are similar to Pokemon, but then once you have them, it's not just an NFT asset for the Overworld game, you can actually move them over to their arena battler game and use them there. That gives users more incentive to stay on the platform, make trades, buy and sell more NFTs because there's more use cases, and the smooth interoperability of these NFTs gives the gamers a better experience, but also creates more NFT opportunity and NFT longevity with the platforms creating these NFTs. Another use case we're seeing with Illuvium is the introduction of fuel. Now, if you've been involved with gaming, you know many games use fuel or a similar derivative to monetize players. Now, here in their game of Illuvium Zero, it's more of a farming game. So in Illuvium Zero, your goal is to grind it out, build structures, and then be able to collect resources, which you then turn into NFTs and can sell in the open market. And the use case here is players need to use that fuel in the other game, Overworld, to accomplish different tasks. So not only does this make a much better gaming experience for the players, but it also makes the in-game assets more valuable and usable in multiple contexts, since you could trade these in their in-game marketplaces and monetize your in-game efforts. Now, for other Web3 games using this interoperability use case, let's take a quick look at Axie Infinity and the Sandbox. Axie Infinity is a popular blockchain-based game where players collect, breed, and battle creatures called Axies. Axie Infinity allows players to use their Axies in various game modes within the Axie universe. For example, here, the NFT Axie creatures that the players own can be used in their adventure mode, which is to battle enemies, or in their arena mode, mode, which is to battle other players. Plus, these Axies can be traded in the marketplace and used in other community-created games and experiences that support these Axie NFTs. Now for the Sandbox, well, it's a virtual world metaverse where players can create, own, and monetize their gaming experiences using NFTs and the platform's native token, Sand. In the Sandbox, assets created by players such as avatars, equipment, and buildings are minted as NFTs. Now, these NFTs can be used throughout different experiences or different worlds within the Sandbox environment itself. So within this metaverse, let's say a user creates a sword, they can now bring that sword within any of the games in the ecosystem, as well as also having the ability to sell it on the Sandbox marketplace. So in the Sandbox metaverse, interoperability allows players to create assets that have value and utility beyond a single game, improving the overall player experience. Now, one thing to keep in mind with this, although interoperability and NFTs appear to be the future, we are still in the infancy stages, which means there are some challenges and limitations. Currently, we're still in a stage where it can be technically difficult as well as time-consuming to connect these blockchains. There's also some security risks, some room for exploits, and the potential to lose NFTs when you're doing things like bridging. And because we're still early in this, there's no set of clear defined rules that every project must follow when creating interoperability chains. But despite these potential issues, the benefits of interoperability and NFTs are just so beneficial to not only the user, but the developers themselves. We see the future being very bright in this industry. Now, if you want to learn more about the world of Web3 gaming, make sure you head on over to Funjible.games, where you can see breaking news, walkthroughs, and things that you need to know about the world of blockchain gaming. Or if you'd rather watch videos, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our vast video library there.